So today, my husband is going to be testing my nose to see if I'm able to pick out 10 original fragrances from their dupes and their 3-hour dry down. So let's get started.
All right, first up, we have Louis Vuitton Stellar Times versus Anfar Mabel.
Thank you. Wow. These are a lot easier to tell apart on skin than on paper. I think this is the original Stellar Times because it's coming off a bit punchier, like it's got more twang in it. And I think this is Mabel because it smells almost identical, but it's like a little bit softer.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
You are correct.
Woo!
All right. Here is the dry down of Stellar Times and Mabel.
I definitely think that this is Stellar Times. It's got more richness to it. The Mabel is really nice, but it's like lighter and airier in the dry down, where this still has like a richness to it that I think is from the Peru balsam.
Wrong.
What? No way. Are you for real?
Yeah.
So then Mabel has better longevity than Stellar Times. It's really kicking. Stellar Times has faded away dramatically. Okay, sorry, Louis Vuitton.
All right, so you liked the
opening
more, though, of Stellar Times, it sounds like, and the dry down of Mabel, perhaps?
I mean, the opening of both of them were nice, but the opening of Stellar Times just felt richer, but it literally flipped for the dry down. I'm shocked. $600 versus like $40. Yep. Insanity. Granted, keep in mind, guys, this is on paper. It will be different how it performs on your skin.
So next up, we have the YSL Vanille Couture versus the Kadlash Panache Angel Dust.
These are so close. I think this is Panache Angel Dust because it's coming off a little bit sweeter, a little bit more vanillic, and I think this is the YSL Vanille Couture, but they are very close still.
Final answer?
That's my final answer.
Wrong.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Wow. This is the YSL Vanille Couture?
Yeah.
What the hell? It smells more vanillic than Panache on paper. Wow, okay.
Moving on to the dry down for Panache and Vanille Couture.
Now I'm questioning everything I thought I knew about this fragrance. This one smells like it has more vanilla, like the opening. I would normally say that's Panache because Panache lasts longer on my skin, but now I'm not sure. I'm gonna stick with this is the Panache.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
It is the Panache.
Okay, so the YSL Vanille Couture smelled like it had more vanilla in the opening and the Panache had more vanilla in the dry down. Okay, interesting.
Riff's Zenith versus Mind Games Queening.
I think this is Zenith because it's coming off sweeter. And I think this is Mind Games.
Final answer?
Yep.
Correct.
Woo! Let's go.
For the dry down?
I still think this is Zenith because of the additional sweetness. And I think this is Mind Games. And this is also stronger. I'll be shocked if I'm wrong about this one.
Correct.
Let's go.
Next up, we are moving on to Versace Dylan Purple versus Latafa Habib.
No freaking idea. Okay, I'm gonna say this is Latafa Habib because I think it is a little bit sweeter, but even that is a stretch because these are very, very close.
Wrong. That is Versace.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Wow, those are almost identical. That's wild.
And here we are for the dry down.
Wow, they almost smell like Valaya and the dry down is crazy. I'm gonna say this one is stronger. I'm gonna say this is Habib by Latafa and this is Versace.
Correct.
Okay, interesting. So Latafa making longer lasting beast mode fragrances, no surprise there, but Habib coming off a tiny bit, tiny bit sweeter in the opening.
All right, next up, we'll be doing Kayali Eden Sparkling Lychee versus Paris Corner Cahier Fusion.
This is harder than I thought it was gonna be. Damn, wow. This is crazy close on paper. This is almost a guess. I'm gonna say, I don't even know. I'm gonna say this is Lychee Fusion, and I'm gonna say this is the Kayali because maybe it's a little bit sparkly. Almost 100% guess.
Yes, that's correct.
That's correct?
Yep.
Okay, all right, let's go, precious. Dry down. I'm gonna say that this is the Paris Corner Lychee because it comes off stronger, and I'm gonna say this is the joys of motherhood. And I'm gonna say this is the Kayali Sparkling Eden Lychee because it feels a bit softer.
Yes, that's correct.
All right, sounds good.
Carolina Herrera Good Girl versus Latafa Kima.
I think this is the original Good Girl. I think it comes off a bit stronger and sweeter. And I think this is the Kima.
Correct.
Let's go, Carolina Herrera!
Blindfolded, hopefully not cheating.
Nope.
Oh, we're gonna do a little check. A little spot check.
Oh my God.
Spot check.
Drama.
Gotta make sure you're not cheating anyone, okay?
Unbelievable.
All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, for the dry down. Mixing them up, mixing them up, mixing them up. I don't remember which side it was on before. It doesn't matter. Here we go.
Hilarious.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. What did she say?
Oh, it's nice. I'm gonna stick, I'm scared.
What's she gonna do?
Carolina, don't let me down now. But I don't know. Kima Latafa.
Choices.
I'm gonna stick with this being Carolina Herrera Good Girl and this being Kima. This one is stronger. Part of me wants to say that it's a Latafa, but I'm gonna say it's Carolina Herrera Good Girl.
All right, you don't sound so sure.
I'm not, but I'm sticking with Carolina Herrera Good Girl.
All right, you are correct.
Woo, let's go!
Louis Vuitton Phantasmagory versus Masked Rome Phantasmagory. A little Phantasmagory on Phantasmagory action.
This is definitely the Louis Vuitton Phantasmagory. It has that cat feral funk in it. Oh my God.
Uptown.
I don't know how I didn't notice this when we smelled it in the store, but this really smells funky in the opening, guys. The Louis Vuitton Phantasmagory, it's very apparent.
You are correct.
You guys, I'm telling you, this has a funk in there.
A little Uptown Funk.
A little uptown funk. No, a little downtown funk.
A little Downtown Funk.
Yeah,
There you go. Yeah, that's probably more accurate based off of that description. Little downtown funk you up. It's definitely gonna funk you up.
Oh my God. Wet, feral cat and heat, guys. I'm telling you, that is in the opening.
Hey, if you're into that, you know, some people are into that.
Please don't be into that.
Yeah, I mean, if they are, they can be.
You cannot be.
They can be into that. Here's your dry down.
Oh my God.
Little Phantasmagory.
Okay, I think this is the Rome Phantasmagory by Mast. This one is much lighter, but I think I'm detecting a little bit of funk. Yeah, I think I'm still detecting a bit of funk, even though it's faint. I think this is the Louis Vuitton Phantasmagory, and I think this is the Mast Rome Phantasmagory.
You are correct.
I know when I smell funk, guys. That's a over $600 fragrance versus one that's less than 50. Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
Honestly speaking, for the Phantasmagory, which one smells better to you? Do you smell the funk I'm talking about?
I don't know if I do smell that funk you're talking about.
Okay.
I also like oud more than you.
That's true. You do like stinky oud thingies. That's fine.
All right, next up, we got YSL Black Opium versus Dossier Ambery Vanilla.
Interesting. I'm gonna say this is the Black Opium by YSL. It feels richer and more complex, and so I'm gonna say this is the Dossier.
Correct.
Let's go.
Nailed it. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Interesting.
All right, here we go.
I'm gonna say that this is Black Opium by YSL. I think it's a bit stronger, and I think this is the Dossier.
Wrong.
Really? So Dossier is stronger in the dry down, weaker in the opening, at least on paper. Okay, cool.
Next up, we have Louis Vuitton Imagination versus Arabiat Prestige Marwa.
Wow. These are very close. This one's coming off harsher. So I think this is the Arabiat Prestige Marwa, and I think this is the original Louis Vuitton.
Final answer?
Yes.
Correct.
Let's go! Both of these dry downs are beautiful. I don't even know which one I like more. Wow. Wow.
She's a believer.
Total guess. I'm gonna say this
is
is Imagination for shits and giggles. I don't even have a good reason. I think it's
Shiggles?
Imagination. Yeah, for shiggles.
For shiggles?
Yeah.
You are correct.
Oh!
She's a believer, you couldn't choose it if she tried.
Let's go, Imagination. They were both, though, very beautiful dry downs. They both had very similar intensity in terms of projection and lasting power after 3 hours. Very impressive. $350 in comparison to, I think, Arabiat Prestige, I got it for like 40.
Wow.
Very impressive.
Last but not least, we have Labo, another 13 versus Okja Parallel.
This is a tough one. Another 13 DNA is very tough because it's so in Bronx and heavy that it's easy to go nose blind too. Son just threw his water bottle probably across the room. Very tough. I'm gonna say that this is another 13. I think I can smell it more, but it's so in Bronx and heavy and I smelled so many smells, it's tough.
You are wrong.
Wow. Yeah, right now I'm really having a hard time smelling the another 13.
You have misidentified
I
this
can barely pick it up. Wow, very hard. Both of them, just so hard to smell right now. I'm gonna say, I think then this one might be the Okja Parallel.
Wrong.
Okay then. So another 13 is a little bit stronger in the dry down. Okja Parallel is pretty much completely gone for me. So let me know which of these matchups was the most surprising to you, and I will see you guys back tomorrow for our next episode.